first of all, I think we have to say, is health insurance important or not? Actually, today, we know that 100 million people or more actually go back into poverty because they have a health problem. And when they have to pay for care, or they don't have money to pay for it, so therefore they cannot earn an income, or by paying that health care, they basically lose all they have. So I think the issue of health insurance and making health care accessible for people is extremely, extremely important. I think if we talk about developmental and also economic development, so these people can actually keep on investing in assets that are productive, this is an extremely important issue that we have to look upon. Now the issue is, how do we make health insurance available, affordable for everybody? Now, the one thing that we've learned at this conference is there's no one-size-fits-all. I think every country comes from a different perspective, and therefore you have different resulting programs and setups. What we have learned is, first of all, it is very, very important to look at the client's needs. What does a client need when they're actually talking about healthcare? And how much does he have to actually pay for it? And also, what are the ways to actually make this affordable? How can we actually make reduced costs? At the same time, we need to say, okay, if somebody is actually buying a health insurance program, you need to have the healthcare to actually be there, to be provided. And so that is also another dimension that needs to be addressed. And how do you address that? How do you address the quality of care so that you don't break people's trust? Because that's the other issue. You give health insurance. I want to get a good visit to the doctor, but if the doctor is not very good, then there's no use to have health insurance. So I think those two issues are extremely important. We really spoke at length about this. I think there's a lot of issues that we still need to study more, to understand more why people, after 1 year of actually have paid premiums, then they stop paying premiums. What happened? Was the quality of care not good enough? Was the price not good enough? So I think that we need to do so much more work to understand, which are the best practices, why, so that we can actually have a good communication to all policymakers about what works and what doesn't. Well, I think it's take-up by consumers, or basically poor people, and how to hold on to them, not for 1 year of paying premiums, but on an ongoing basis, so they can really have a really social impact about the improvement of the health, improvement of the productive lives, etc. On the other hand, we also need to solve the issue of sustainability, definitely for providers, and to be able to pay for this quality care. So these are two issues that are actually both sides of the same coin, but I definitely have different elements that actually go with them, and some of them are interrelated. I think these are the two biggest issues, and then there are more bigger challenges, but I think those are the two biggest ones. Well, there's one thing that, a lot of people were saying in the table, and I think in the morning everybody came in thinking, well, price of premiums is part of the thing to attract take-up. And one of the things that we've learned is that there's a lot of things that actually push people to buy health insurance that are not decisively on the price issue. So there's non-financial incentives why people want to buy health insurance, and I think we need to study that a lot more. I think that's one of the biggest knowledge gaps.